Hi guys. So this morning I was looking at a video by John Green about text-to communication and how it helped him respond to the earthquakes in Japan. And as a sort of a side note during it, he mentions a friend of his, Ransom, who makes videos, and he mentioned Ransom's little collection of photographs. Now, he obsessively collects photographs, and they're always photographs of people that he doesn't know, or that he's never met before, or he has no idea where they come from. He just buys them from flea markets, and he collects them, and he loves them because each one of them has a little bit of writing on the side, and he stacks them up in beautiful big boxes and files them away in his house, all under categorized orders in plastic sleeves. And it got me thinking about how we as humans are collective creatures. We're almost bowerbirds in a sense, and how we all typically have our own things that we collect and our own things that we love. And it's got me thinking about my collections, because I'm quite an obsessive collector. As you can sort of tell, my Tumblr is a collection of things that I like, things that inspire me. It's part of my habits. And I thought I would introduce you to a couple of my little obsessions. One is jewellery. I am an obsessive buyer of vintage or antique jewellery. Now this one's probably my favourite piece of my collection. I've got a big collection. But this is probably my favourite. And if you can see it, it's a little bug. And here, I'm tapping with my hand, is a beautiful aquamarine. And it was my great-grandmother's, and it's a brooch, but you can also wear it as a necklace. And it's the most beautifully crafted piece of jewellery I've ever seen. I love it. So it's probably one of my favourite pieces of collection. But also, the thing I collect most are my books. And I'm an obsessive book collector. I collect vintage books, especially from op shops, or, sometimes I buy new books, but majority of them are very, very old, very beautiful books, hardcovers, that I buy from op shops. And here, I'm going to run you through a couple of my favourites. This is one of my absolute favourites. It's a miniature Hugo dictionary, if you can see it there. But it's a German dictionary. It's a German to English. And I've always wanted to learn German because I want to live in Berlin. That's my ideal. And it's very beautiful. It's been completely torn to shreds. The spine's missing. All those beautiful, almost like Bible rice paper pages. They're very thin. Have been almost destroyed. But it still works, and it's still lovely. And it was once owned by Elaine Thill. And, it's got her address and her name and her age all written in here when she was obviously a little girl. And then this is another one of my favourites. It's called Orchids for Everybody. And I purely collected it because it was called Orchids for Everybody. And it was once owned by Jane R. Cowan, and it was from the 50s. This is once $18. I mean, back then it was $18. And I think I picked it up for $1. Where is this? This one here. This is Prisoner of Zenda. And I like it because someone found it quite clever to just write Andrews on the cover, just here. So just to claim his ownership, Andrew just wrote in blue pen, Andrews. 1066 and All That by Ross Sampson. And the reason I love this one is that it actually had a cover on the inside, but this person took it upon themselves to create a new cover out of brown paper and write on it, and I just thought that was so cute that they sort of took it upon themselves to make their own. Now this is the last but not least, because I'm running out of time, but this is called Kentucky Expedition by Thor. Sorry, I cannot pronounce that last name. And here, as you can see, this book was given to W.H. Brotherton on September 26, 1951, on his last night. He was an army man, from what I can see here, and the rest of his, whatever you call it, troop, squad, platoon, signed this book for him on his last night before he was going home. So that's my collection.